Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Design with Roosevelt. Continuing with CSWA practice problems, today we'll work on question 7.17. Let's take a look at this question. So in this question, unit of measurement is millimeter gram second. Like always, we need to ensure we are using the same unit of measurement in SolidWorks setting. Now, looking at this geometry, we have the 3D model, we have top view, view AA, front view, and a right view. My preference is to focus on a base of the geometry, which you can see here in the front view. There are two different methods that we can use to model this part. The first one is to focus on this front view, make a 2D sketch of it, and then extrude it, and then making a cutout for this round shape. The other option is to focus on this front view, making the flat section. For this angled section, we can make a plane with 28-degree angle, and then we can model this part of the geometry. My preference is to use the first method. So I'm going to focus on a front view. I'll make this a sketch, I'll extrude it, then I'll make this curve shape. And after that, as a next step, I can focus on making other cutouts in this geometry, like this cutout, the center cutout, the slot cutout, and finally the cutout on the right view. So with this introduction, let's jump into SolidWorks and start modeling this part. In SolidWorks, first we need to check unit of measurement, and you can see that we have millimeter gram second, which is a correct unit of measurement. Now click on a sketch, and choose front plane. Here, I start with the line command. I start from here, going to the origin of the geometry, going to right, going down, and that's it. Now let's add some dimensions. Click on the smart dimension. Distance between this line and this top point should be 27 millimeter. Distance between this point and this point should be 52 millimeter. The angle between this line and horizontal line should be 28 degree. The last point to define is the location of this point. In order to define this distance, we need to consider two different views. If you look at the front view, distance between this point and the center point of the hole is 29 millimeter. So all I need to do is to add the radius of the large circle to this 29 millimeter to find the total length. The radius of the large circle can be found from the top view. If you look at the top view, the diameter of the circle is 40 millimeter, which means that the radius should be 20 millimeters. So the distance between this point and this point should be 29 millimeter plus 20 millimeter, which is the radius of the circle. And now we have a fully defined sketch. Okay, so now I have a fully defined sketch. All I need to do is to add a fillet radius. So from sketch, click on fillet command. Let's start with 10 millimeter. The radius that we need in this corner is 10 millimeter. So click on this corner, click on OK, and that's it. Change this number to 12. And we need 12 millimeter for this corner. Click on it, click on OK, and that's it. So now we have a fully defined sketch with the fillet. Now it's time to use extrude boss feature to extrude this geometry. In order to extrude this geometry, there are two different approaches. The first one, which is a basic one, is to use offset entities. As you can see, we have a consistent wall thickness for this geometry, and that thickness is 6 millimeter. So what I can do, I can simply use offset entities to offset this geometry. Then I have a closed contour and I can extrude it. The second approach, which is given to us as a hint in this question, is using thin feature extrusion. I want to go with the second approach because from learning perspective, that's a new approach. We never used that. So I want you to see this approach. And it's really simple. In order to use thin feature extrusion, you don't need close contour. All you need is a sketch like this, bunch of lines. So let's exit this and I click on feature and I simply click on extrude boss. Now, as you can see, although we don't have close contour, SolidWorks is trying to extrude this. The reason is SolidWorks detected that we don't have a close contour, and that's why you see here that thin feature is activated. If you look at this from front view, and in this front view, you can see that we have the extrusion line. First of all, For the thin feature, we need to change the direction. We are going in this direction, but we don't want it. We want to go to the other direction. So change the direction. One direction is good because we want to have it only on one side. And for the thickness of this feature, we go with 6 millimeters. This is exactly same as the offset value that we wanted to use for the second approach. Now, this defines the boundary, the 6 millimeter offset that we need. In order to define the value of the extrusion, you can go back to this part, which is direction 1. And here you can define the extrusion value. According to the top view, we need 40 millimeter extrusion. So change this number to 40. And now you can see that without having a close contour, we have a full extrusion here. Click on OK, and that's it. Awesome. I hope this is clear for you guys. If you have problem with this approach or you don't like it because it's not kind of intuitive, just go with simple offset, close the contour, and then extrude it by a value of 40 millimeter. Here, I just wanted to show you a second approach, which is using thin feature extrusion. Awesome. So now we have the base of the geometry. Now it's time to focus on making a cutout. As you can see, because of the extrusion, this part is flat. I need to fix this part. So let's click on a sketch, and choose this surface. So here I need a circle. Click on circle command and let's make a circle. I want the center point of this circle to be in line with the origin of the geometry, so I choose horizontal relation. Also, the diameter of this circle should be 40 millimeter. So this is 40. And I want this circle to be tangent to this line as well. Awesome. So now we have a fully defined circle. Okay, so now because I want to get rid of this part of the geometry and this part, what I can do, I can close this contour and then use extrude cut to get rid of this part of the geometry. So in order to do this, I need a close contour. So what I can do, I can go with convert entities. I click on this line, and this line. I click on OK, and now I have these lines. Let's clean up this geometry. Click on trim entities, get rid of this, this, and this. And now you can see that we have a close contour here and here. We also need to have a hole here. So let's click on circle command. Let's make a hole and let's add some dimensions. The diameter of this hole should be 26 millimeter. We also need to have a cutout here. So what I can do, I can click on center line. Let's first make a horizontal line. Let's make a second center line, something like this. The angle should be 42 degrees. So this is 42. And now let's click on line command and make 2 lines here. I'm trying to make all cutouts at the same time, basically. So I have these 2 lines. First of all, I want these lines to be parallel. I also want them to be symmetric. And I want the distance between this line and this line to be 5 millimeter. Awesome. So now you can see that we have fully defined a sketch. It's time to use extrude cut feature. Click on feature, click on extrude cut. For the extrude cut, first of all, make sure thin feature is not selected. Then click on this box. And all I need to do is to select required contours. So here, for example, I click on a box, I select this part, this part, this part, and this part. These are all the parts that I want to use for cut extrusion. Click on OK, and that's it. So now you can see that I have this part of the geometry made. Now let's focus on making a cutout in this part. Click on a sketch, and choose this surface. Click on center line, and let's make a center line here. Click on a sketch, use a straight slot command, and let's make a slot here. Click on a smart dimension. According to the top view, distance between this point and this point should be 18 millimeter. The width of the geometry should be 6 millimeter. And distance between this point and left edge of the geometry should be 25 millimeter. And now you can see that we have a fully defined sketch. Click on feature, click on extrude cut, Through all should be good. Click on OK, and that's it. So now I have one cutout. In order to make two other cutouts, I click on Feature and I click on Linear Pattern. For the direction, I select this line. And now you can see that we have this preview. For the distance, change this number to 12, and that's it. That's a preview of the next cutout. Because I want to have the same cutout on the other side, for direction 2, I simply click on Symmetric option. You see this option. And now you can see the preview of all three cutouts. Click on OK, and that's it. Awesome. So that's the cutout for this part of the geometry. Last step is to focus on the cutout here. Click on a sketch, click on a sketch, and choose this surface. Make a rectangle. Of course, I want the center point of this rectangle to be in line with the center point of the geometry. So right click on this line, select midpoint, hold Control, click on this point, and choose vertical. According to the right view, the depth should be 8 mm and the width should be 11. Now click on Feature, click on Extrude Cut, click on OK, and that's it. Awesome, that's it. That's a final geometry. Now it's time to check the volume and make sure that this model is correct. Let's go back to the question and check the final answer. In this question, you can find a volume here. The total volume is 21,475 cubic millimeters. Let's go back to SolidWorks and check the final answer for our model. In SolidWorks, in order to check the volume, you can click on Evaluate and Mass Properties, and here you can see the total volume. The total volume that I have here is 21,474.6 cubic millimeters. If you round up this number, you're going to get exactly the same answer as shown in the question, which is showing our model is correct, and there's no problem with it. Okay, awesome. That's it. That's a wrap for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comment about this video, please leave comments down below. Thanks again for watching. My name is Rusbe. Hope to see you again soon in the next videos.